What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Authentic Effect with Alexander, the Triple A Experience. I'm hyped up. Can't you tell? It's going to be a good video. Today's video, and the reason why I'm so hyped up is because I got a lot of inspiration. And that's exactly what we're talking about today. Inspiration and motivation. And the fact of them being driving forces in any form of how we live, whether we're looking at manifestation, whether we're looking at continuing patterns in our life, trying to change patterns in our life. Life runs off of being inspired and motivated to do things or not do things. So for me, when I look at inspiration or I try to break it down for how it applies for myself or how I try to view it and receive it in my life. It's very ethereal. Inspiration to me, there has to be something inside of me that is resonating with whatever is inspiring me at that point. So whether I'm being inspired by a song, a person, a place, a situation, a movie, an opportunity, whatever it is, there has to be something within that realm of whatever's inspiring me that is resonating with an inner portion of who I truly am. And motivation is the physical action, the drive to get it done, the drive to see it through and either manifest it or at least see it manifested. Because sometimes when we manifest things or when we're a part of an experience, it doesn't always mean it's for us. Yes, we're a part of that experience, and there's always something for us to take from the experience. But the actual driving headline, you can say, the title of the experience, may not be for you. You may just be a supporting character, which is just as important because you can't have the whole story without each and every little detail. It doesn't matter if you're the lead or not. So motivation, to me, you have to have inspiration first before motivation even comes into play. When you're following your passion, because we could break it down and say that there are negative forms of motivation as well. You know, when people fall into abuse cycles or, they're not living up to their full potential and what they end up doing is projecting a cycle or a vortex of energy to draw in that same level of hurt or that same level of broken that they're trying to work through on their own, interpersonal level, but they're drawing it in through everybody else as well. So that's how they're now receiving life, and that motivation could be taken in on a negative front. So now you're put into situations where normally you wouldn't be doing these things or you wouldn't feel the drive to do certain things, but you have a boss or you have a partner or you have a parent. Somebody is pushing their negative energy, their hurt, their aspects of themselves that need healing onto you, which is creating a negative motivational drive. That isn't fed by inspiration. And you'll also notice that following those course of actions with that level of motivation usually puts us in positions that we don't like. It's not very beneficial. It's more counterproductive than anything. And going back to my point of inspiration leading the charge for motivation, that's, for me, when you're following your life passionately. Because then you get inspired by something, and instead of just going, oh, wow, that makes me feel good, that inspiration is then supercharged and transmuted into a different energy, which changes from the ethereal into the physical, channeling into the motivation. Boom, now you got your drive. Now you can start to go do things. You want to start working out, you want to start getting healthy, you have to find some form of inspiration in order to get motivated to do that. And otherwise, you're going to get forced into a position of doing it, and then there's a reluctance. There's a hesitation towards doing things and a pushback because we didn't make the decision through our own resonance to vibrationally change from the inside out, to say this is who I am now. And this is how we make these changes in our lives. We can talk about everything we want to do. We can discuss it. We can have all the ideas. Hell, we can even get to the inspiration and the motivation point. But unless we use that motivation and use that inspiration into channeling a brand new way of being, we're just going to end up repeating the same cycles. If you want to picture yourself 10 years from now, start doing the things that the 10-year from now version of you would be doing every day. You have to make this a part of your cycle. Use that inspiration of this is who I want to be in 10 years to create the motivation to have the day-to-day change to simply be that person now. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. We'll be back on Monday with another episode of Masculinity Mondays. Hope everybody has a fantastic weekend. I'm going to be out at my family cabin next week, so hopefully we'll be doing some videos out there too. And we'll be seeing everybody soon on the next AAA experience. We'll see you next time, guys.